Assalamualaikum, I bid to Miss Hazira and all viewers. My name is Tengku Adriana, and together with my partner Ahmad Rusyaidi, we are going to talk about microplastic pollution is the main factor of the declining of aquatic life in Malaysia. Firstly, I'll be explaining the background info, significance, and one main idea. Meanwhile, Rusyaidi will continue with the second main idea, suggestion, and conclude our presentation. First of all, microplastic, as the name implies, are tiny plastic particles. Officially, they are defined as plastic particles less than 5 mm long, which can be harmful to our ocean and aquatic life. When there is an accumulation of this plastic fragment in the Earth environment that adversely affects wildlife and its habitat, this will lead to microplastic pollution. A statistic from Ministry of Energy, Science, Technology, Environment and Climate Change Malaysia states that Malaysia had produced 0.94 million tons of mismanaged plastic waste, of which 0.14 to 0.37 million tons have been washed into the oceans. In Malaysia waters, Reef Check Malaysia states plastic bottles, cigarette butts, and plastic grocery bags were the most common pollutants. This plastic can take hundreds of or thousands of years to decompose and often consumed by marine animals. So the more plastic used in society, the greater the risk of microplastic emission to the sea. Let's move on to why it is important to curb this pollution. Globally, plastic pollution affects at least 700 marine species, while some estimates that at least 100,000 marine mammals are killed each year from plastic pollution. Some animals include whales, marine turtles, seals, and dolphins. World Wildlife Fund Malaysia states that Terengganu used to be a nesting home for various species of turtles, but its population has declined by more than 99% since the 1970s. Now, most of marine turtle species in Malaysia are claimed as critically endangered due to marine pollution. Besides turtle, there are many other marine species would be on the verge of extinction if this microplastic pollution is not taken seriously in the future. Next, the first main idea why microplastic is bad to our aquatic life is because these animals tend to ingest this plastic debris accidentally, either directly by hunting in polluted waters or through contaminated prey. Ingested microplastic can cause damage in internal organs or cause reproductive failures. Internal organs from the toxins, internal damage from these toxins can prevent the population from rebuilding and adapting, thus increase the death rate of a species, leading to potential extinction and lower overall biodiversity. I've talked about how microplastic affect aquatic species by consuming microplastic. So now we move on to the next point, which will be explained by my friend Rusyaidi.
Thank you, Adriana. I will talk about the second point. Next, microplastic pollution is the main factor in the declining of aquatic life in Malaysia because it will bring an invasive marine species or bacteria to a new place to spread and disrupt the ecosystem. This marine invasive species will eat everything they met until only their species that are left there. This will surely destroy the ecosystem and cause some species to extinct and bring chaos to Mother Nature. Based on my research from Science Direct article, I found that microplastic can carry pathogenic microbes that may decimate the native population of marine marine organisms such as shellfish and crustaceans. The increasing concentration of microplastic within the marine environment may put a stress on the energetic burden of marine organism. In conclusion, microplastic pollution is the main factor in the declining of aquatic life in Malaysia. This is because marine wildlife tends to consume plastics than their own diet that cause themselves had internal organ injuries and die afterwards. Then, microplastic pollution also brings marine invasive species or bacteria to a new place to disrupt the ecosystem because invasive marine species is their nature is aggressive and they eat all kind of things. So we need to find ways to lessen the microplastic pollutions. There are many ways to lessen the microplastic pollution. Here are our suggestions. Firstly, people must reduce and conserve plastic materials as much as possible. The reduction use of plastic materials will help ocean from being contaminated by plastics. Next, manufacturers must design plastic product for sustainability and take back. For instance, plastic products that last for 5 years will be a great help towards less use of plastic materials to produce plastic products in a year. So, hopefully, people realize that microplastic pollution is not a micro thing at all, and we must work together to help our ocean from getting harmed by the microplastic pollution. Thank you.